Yeah, winner, Detroit Lions, I think, to get Jameson Williams as the fourth receiver off the board when, like, some mocks had him at 8 to the Falcons, going to the Jets at 4 or at 10. And the trade up with the Vikings, I thought was fascinating to be an interdivisional trade. And they got a first they got the number 12 overall pick and a second from Minnesota, and just had to trade a first, second, and third to get Jameson Williams after landing Aidan Hutchinson. So usually as a draft analyst, I'm not a huge fan of teams trading up, but it felt like they didn't have to give up too much to get that second round pick as well, number 46 overall, and get a player that a lot of people had as the number 1 or maybe number 2 receiver in this draft class, who can kind of be that more of a 2023 pick when they probably will move on from Jared Goff. I really like what the Lions did. We didn't really expect them to be that aggressive and trade up like they did. And I mean, to see Garrett Wilson, Drake London, and Chris Olave go off the board and they still get Jameson Williams along with Hutchinson, I think that was a really good draft navigation by Brad Holmes.
Again, I know I just like pumped up Icky over Neil because he's from from Charlotte. I don't know. I kind of want to. I feel like ownership stepped in and was like, "You're taking Hutchinson here." I think Brad Holmes liked Thibodeau better. I think they liked the idea of putting Thibodeau with Penei Sewell, and they sort of got ramrodded by ownership. It was like, "No, you're getting the local guy. If this guy is there too, you are taking him." I could be wrong. That's just sort of my gut reaction here. So, but Jameson Williams was my wide receiver 1 in this class, and I'm just not a big Hutch guy. So I thought that was sort of, I guess that's sort of my process there with those guys. But, you come away with a player who is considered one of the best players in the draft by far, or like Daniel Jeremiah had him number 1 overall. You guys didn't have, I think, what do you have? Josh, you have Kyle Hamilton 1, or was that Traps?
I had him 1.
But who'd you have, Josh?
I had Sauce Gardner. He was our top overall prospect, though.
CBS Sports' top overall prospect.
Yeah.
Top overall prospect for a lot of people. People were pretty flummoxed that he wasn't going 1 to the Jaguars. And so I don't know, Breech, you come away with that, and I think you feel pretty good. It does take you out of the running of drafting a quarterback late in the first or early in the second. And I think that may have perhaps messed up some mock drafts when they shot up there and got Jameson Williams.
Yeah, obviously, because no one expected the Detroit Lions to jump up 20 spots. But the crazy thing is, if you are Detroit, you are not out of the quarterback running, because the only person who's off the board is Kenny Pickett. If you're thinking your next pick is at 46, it would be easy to trade up. You have to think if you're looking at the top 4 quarterbacks with Willis, Crowell, and Desmond Ridder, that one of those guys might even, one of those guys could be there at 46 without you having to make a trade. So this draft is literally falling into place perfectly if you're the Lions. And like you said, Traps, it was surprising that they were able to get a second round pick in return, even though they were moving up 20 spots. It really seemed like the Lions got the better end of that deal, because if they got that pick, they might be able to still get a quarterback, which then boom, and the Lions are just dominating the draft.
All right, I've